Going to sleep in this morning. Right, but it's good that you came because we're doing if functions today, which is a new function. A little bit of a challenge till you know. We've got Megan as well. Hi, Megan.
Hi.
And we are in week 8, so we know we've got next week off as a break. The good news, though, is when you get back from the break, the rest of the semester will go really quickly, and we'll be at the end quicker than you think for everything. Okay, so, and Fernanda, how are you? We've got if functions. So we're all open for task 1?
Yeah.
Ready to go? Okay. So we've got a list from ASOS of some of the dresses that they have for sale, and we've got the number of sales units that they have, and we want an instruction to appear based on this following rule. And the rule says that if the sales in units is at or below 200, then the item is to be discontinued. But if the unit sales are above 200, then the item should be reordered. So we want these two words to appear, either discontinued or reordered, in this cell. And the function we use is if. So not VLOOKUP. We'll do one VLOOKUP today, but to remind ourselves, this is a new one. Open bracket. And notice that the first thing Excel's saying is, or asking for, is what's the test? What's the logical test? And what that means, and remember this, with if functions, the answer is always in the question. And so the logical test is that if the sales in units is at or below 200. So if I put in if the sales in units, E5, is less than or equal to 200, comma. So what I did then is this part of the question. So I turned those words, that text, into a little formula. Comma, and then value if it's true. So if it's true that the sales in units is less than 200, then the item is to be discontinued. And we have to do it in talking marks because it's a word. Discontinued. And you'll notice the last one is if false. So if it's not below 200, then we reorder it. Close brackets. And there's your if function. How was that? Impressed? I'm going to go through it again. So it's discontinued. So if I change the disc and pearl mini dress to 300, it will say reorder it because we've sold plenty of it. So I'm going to do another one and talk our way through it just so you get into the rhythm of it. So basically an if function has 3 components: a test. If the test is true, we want to display this word or number, it can be a number. If the test is false, we display a different number. So we always start with if equals if, open bracket. Excel says, what's the test? And we read the question. If the sales units of 354 is less than or equal to 200, comma, that's the test. And Excel says, okay, if it is true, if it is less than 200, what do you want me to display? And we say discontinued. continued. Close talking marks. And then notice after true, there's a little comma, put in comma. And it says if false, what if it's not less than 200? And then we reorder. And true it works, go across. So the trick with this is initially a bit like VLOOKUP. It's a bit confusing the first time you do it, but always remember that if you go back to the question, it will kind of tell you what you have to type in there. And then you can just drag it down. So if I can drag those two down. Are you all okay with that one? You've got that one? Okay.
Yeah. All good.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
Ella. Okay, so I'll just keep going until you tell me to interrupt me, because this gets a bit full on today, which is probably not what you want to hear for the last week before the break. But think next week you can sleep in. Okay, this one we've got a list of names. We've got the grade they achieved, and now we want to see what their result is going to be, okay, in that first cell. And what's the rule? So we go across to the rule, and the rule says if the grade is equal to or above 50, then the student has passed. But if the grade is below 50, then the student has failed. Okay. See what this looks like. Just stretch it so it fits. Equals, if, open bracket, what do you think the test is, the logical test?
The grade?
The grade. Yeah, you got it. Thank you. So if the grade is equal, to or above 50. So the only thing we have to do here is we have to flip them. We've got to do above or equal to 50. You always do the equals after the greater than or less than symbol. So D4, if the grade is more than or equal to 50, that's your test, comma. If that's true, we're going to pass the student. And always put, if it's a word, we put it in talking marks, comma. And it's saying, okay, what if it's false? What if it's not greater than 50? What should we say? We should say fail. And if I press enter, it should be pass. And again, what I usually do, I'm going to, Tamika here, I'm going to give her a grade of 40 and see what happens. She fails. So, and put it back to a pass. I always do that to check. Give it 11, fail, and pass. And then once again, like last week, it's a big list, but you just double click, drag it down, and it's all done. So now you know the secrets of teachers, what we do. We basically use this to work out whether you got a pass, fail, credit, etc. from there. Okay.
I made a bit of an error on the previous recording during the class, so I've had to redo the costing sheet now. Well, I've worked out where my mistake was, but let's go through it. We want to cost a pair of socks, so we start with a yarn, and we want to use 50 grams of yarn at $15 per kilo. And because we want 15 grams, we need to divide it by 1,000, because there's 1,000 grams in a kilogram. So we're going to use 75 cents worth of cotton, and if I drag that down, 10 10 cents worth of nylon and 15 cents worth of elastane. So we're going to get a total price of $1, which we transfer across to there. Now going into knitting, we need 3 minutes to knit a pair of socks times $9 per hour. And once again, because there's 60 minutes in an hour, we have to divide by 60 because this 3 minutes, this number 3 is minutes per pair. So because it only takes 3 minutes, it'll only cost 45 cents to knit a pair of socks. So we transfer that across. So $1 plus the 45 cents gives us $1.45. And if we continue this with packing, this is pretty straightforward. The label is going to cost us 10 cents. I might actually put the dollar signs on here. There we go. Currency, it's the wrong one. No, it's pounds. And cost is 10 cents per item times 1 label per sock. It's 10 cents. Just drag that down, same structure. So a total of 25 cents worth of packing material brings our total cost so far to $1.70. Now to finish off our socks, we need a total close of 20 cents times, you need 1 per pair. And we do the same for the grade and press. Means there's 40 cents worth of finishing, and if we add that to the $1.70 we get $2.10. So our total cost to make the sock, a pair of socks, is $2.10. Now on top of that we're going to add an overhead of 15% for fixed, so we get our $2.10 times 15%, and this is going to cover our rent, electricity, stuff that's fixed that never changes. No, maybe electricity is variable, just depending on how often you run the machines. Rent's a good one. Variable then, $2.10 times 10%. That gives us a total of 53 cents worth of overhead costs. So our total raw cost, we call it a raw cost because it's a basic cost, if you like, is $2.10 worth of inputs to make the socks, plus this 53 cents. And it gives us $2.63. So at the very minimum, to break even, to just cover all our costs, we have to charge $2.63 to make the socks. The wholesale cost, this is the cost we've decided, just a random number, that we will sell it to Kmart or Target, Sports Girl for, is $3.95. And we're also going to potentially apply a discount, and if we go to this question, that's question 3. Calculate the discount if raw cost is more than $2. D35. So if the raw cost is more than $2, they get a discount, otherwise they don't. So we need an if function here. Equals if, open bracket, the test is if the raw cost is less than $2, and if that's true, they're going to get a discount of 10% times the wholesale cost, comma, otherwise there's no discount. If it's less than $2, oh, did I get that right? Oh, it's more than $2, sorry, I'll put in less. If the raw cost is more than $2, then they get a discount on the wholesale price of 40 cents. Therefore, your new wholesale cost, if the old wholesale sale cost was $3.95, we take away 40 cents and we get a new wholesale cost of $3.56. Your gross profit on that is going to be the difference between, what we sell it for, $3.56, minus the raw cost. Means we're going to make a profit of 93 cents per pair of socks. And if we convert that into a percentage, and again, I'm just following these formulas here if you don't know where I'm getting it from. Gross profit divided by wholesale cost. Equals gross profit divided by wholesale cost is 26. Oh yeah, by the way, this new wholesale cost, you might have new raw cost on yours. It should be new wholesale cost. Is 26.16. And so if you start playing around and say, what if we give them a 30% discount? Well, then we're only going to make a 5% profit or gross margin on it, because obviously we've giving them a bigger discount.
In that case, you can just ignore me. Okay, let's get back to if functions. Use an if function to determine if a discount is received. So we've got a company, we've got their total sales. So Bradley Textiles has sold $110,000 worth of goods. Now let's have a look at the rule. The condition for the discounts are as follows. If the total sales number is less than or equal to 50,000, then no discount. It does not receive a discount. So no, the word no has to appear. But if the total sales number is greater than 50,000, then the company receives a discount. So the word yes should appear. So once again, let's follow the formula. If, open bracket, if total sales is less than or equal to 50,000. Now make sure when you type in 50,000, don't put a comma after the 50, because that's going to confuse Excel. It has to be without commas. So if total sales is less than or equal to 50,000, comma, Excel says if that's true, what should be displayed? No discount, comma. However, if it's false, what if it's not less than 50,000? What should be displayed?
Yes.
Yes, you got it. Perfect. And if I press enter, it's yes. If I change the sales to $20, it changes to no. So it works. I'll pull it down. Okay. All right, we'll try another one. If you've all got it, let me know if yours isn't working. Often you can put a comma in the wrong spot and it won't work. Okay, this time we've got companies, total sales again, receive a discount, yes or no, just like we did in the previous one, but now receive discount in percentage terms. So there's an extra column. So if the total sales number is less than 50,000, the company does not receive a discount, so it's 0%. If it's greater than 50, they receive a discount of 10%. All right, so first we have to do the same as what we did before. Equals, if, open bracket, logical test, if total sales is greater than, less than or equal to 50,000, comma. If that's true, do they receive a discount? No. Comma. If that's false, do they receive a discount? Yes. Okay. Now, because this one's yes, they're going to receive a discount of 10%. So we need the 10% to appear in there. That's what the answer is going to look like. But to do it, we're going to use a if function. So let's try it again. Equals, if, open bracket, total sales is less than or equal to 50,000, comma, it's not 50,000, that's 50,000. Let me bring this one up so you can see what I'm doing. If C6 is less than or equal to 50,000, so far it's exactly the same as the first one we did. Now they're saying if that's value, if the value is true, we're not going to say no. What do we want it to display instead of the word no?
0%.
Ella, thank you. 0%. And notice with 0%, I don't use the talking marks. So you only use talking marks with words, not numbers, which can be a bit confusing. Comma, if false, then 10%. So the test stays the same. What we display changes from a no to 0 and from a yes to 10%. And you might end up with a 0.1. Yeah, if you end up with 0.1, you just have to format the cell to a percentage. Right click, format cells, %, and it changes. I'll get rid of the decimal places. Oops, this one. Okay, so this exercise was just to show you how you can put different values in. Okay, task 5. Same again. Yes, no, percentage, but now there's another column, which is discount received in dollars that we have to do. So in this case, we'll do the first two. It's still 10%, but this time it's 80,000. Okay, let me get this one set up so you can see. Equals if the total sales is less than or equal to 80,000, comma, then if that's true, there's no discount for them. If it's false, then yes, they receive a discount. Right, I'll leave that sitting there. And again, let's do it again, but this time let's use 0 and 10% for this one. Equals if, open bracket. I hope through the repetition that you're sort of starting to see the pattern, that it's something stay the same. Such as the first part, the formula, comma. Now, if that's true, the discount is 0%. Remember, no talking marks for these. If it's false, they get a 10% discount. And let's make sure that works. Yes, it's working. I'm going to leave that one here. So we know that this first company is a yes. They're going to receive a discount of 10%. Now we have to work out what that discount is in dollars. So we're going to do another if function, which is identical to the one we just did. If C7 is less than or equal to 80,000, comma, then it's 0%, comma, 10%, close bracket. So the last two if functions are identical, yeah? But remember, I'll leave that for one tick. Let's go back to this one. This one, this whole formula, all of that formula represents 10%. Yep. So what if we go to this next one and we say to work, if this all represents 10%, I hope this makes sense. What if outside of the brackets I go times C7? So really what I'm multiplying is 10% times whatever it is, 110,000. So or 110,000 times 10%. This is a part that's a little bit confusing. Because that's all we did there. Stretch this out a bit more, hang on. Yeah. I should do it the other way. Again, I'm not sure if you're getting this or not because I can't see your faces. If I was in a class, I could see your faces. Usually it's when you roll your eyes, that's when I know that you're over it. But hopefully you're not rolling your eyes. But let me try to explain. But if you get it, then that's fine, but be patient with me. So I've done, in this yellow cell, I've done 10% times 110,000. In this cell, I've done exactly the same because remember, all of this shaded bit is 10% because that's the answer you get. And then I've taken that and said, let's do times C7 or times 110,000. So the point I'm trying to make is we use these big formulas like if functions to find a value, and then we can multiply that value or subtract it or do something with it. As I said, I'm not sure whether you're getting it or not, but it takes a bit of time to get your head around it because it's a little bit of maths, a little bit of formula in there. That's usually what confuses students. But that's normal. That's why there's a lot of repetition in these exercises. So I've got 3 companies are going to get a discount, 11,000, 20,000 and 18,000. And there should be 3 yeses and 3 10%. Right. Let's try task 6. Okay, based on the information in cell B4, use VLOOKUPs to find relevant information. So this is just to throw you a bit by giving you something different. So we've got B4 is the Gypsy Tile Airly Strapless Maxi Dress, or we can choose a different one, but I'll leave it on that one. We need to find the stock number and the supplier. So we need a table, which is in the next sheet here. Okay, I'm going to zoom out because there's a few different tables. Remember, we're starting with this Gypsy Tile, so the garment is what we start looking for here. So it's not in this table, it's postcodes. There's the garment. So it's this table, and this is a VIP list. So the first thing I'm going to do is highlight this table from the first garment, yeah, asymmetric skirt, all the way across. And I'm going to call it big table. One word. And press enter, make sure you press enter. And if I zoomed out, I should see big table. There's something already named garment table, garment name, but we don't need that. And we need the stock number. So how would we, let's get rid of this. Equals VLOOKUP. I'll do the first bit. The lookup value for the maxi dress, comma, in the table called can see no one's jumping to volunteer, so I'll do the second bit. Table, comma in the column. Now this one I can't. What should it be?
Is it number 1 because it's in column 1? The garment?
The stock number. Common answer, but let's go and have a look. Column 1, oh, it's already got the numbers, is the garment. But so as I said, that's a common answer, but that's not quite right because it's not the number, it's not the column that has the garment, it's what you're looking for. So what are you looking for? We want to know the
Column 2.
stock number, which is in column 2. So that's that one there. Yeah, so common mistake. But once again, if that happens, you know, put in comma 1 and false, and you'll see that you get the Gypsy Ellie strapless maxi dress, which is not a stock number. So then you can go back and try to and get that. Common mistake. Everyone makes that mistake of putting in 1, but put in 1, and if it doesn't work, try 2. And supplier is in column
Wait, did you put true or false?
false. False because I want an exact match with that word, the Gypsy Tile Ellie dress.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, because true will give me an approximate, which means it'll give me it'll see the letter G for Gypsy, and it'll go down, and if it finds another dress that starts with G, it'll say, oh, this is close enough, I'll give them this answer. So false is exact match. And suppliers in column 3, so exactly the same. V lookup equals V. Remember I said once you do the first one, the rest are easy. V look up the garment again in the big table. Give me the result from column 1, 2, 3, and make it false. Divine Fabrics is the supplier. Now the next one, High Point, small units. What's High Point? So there's High Point. Where's small? There's small in column 4. Yep. So we want that answer there from column 4. So same formula. Equals Gypsy Tile V4, comma, okay, nothing changes. False. How many small we sold? Big table, TABL. Delete. 15. Right. Is that right? Was it 15? Gypsy Tile Maxi Dress. Yeah, there it is. 15. 15, 22, 44, 33. Now we can do these manually for medium, large, extra large, but that's going to be a bit painful. So I'm going to do a bit of dragging. But before I drag, I have to lock a cell. Which cell would I lock?
Is it B4?
B4. B4 is the one. I was going to make a joke about B1 and B2, but I can't think of one. So, yeah, B4, thank you. It would have been a bad joke anyway. $1.04, remember this? Because we've named the big table, that's always going to be the big table. We can drag it anywhere we want. And the other cells, the 4 and the false, they've got nothing to do with the cell. So let's go across. Let me drag it across medium, large, extra large. Now, it's given me the same answer. Why has it given me the same answer? B4 is correct. Big table's correct. Give me the result from column 4. If you want medium from high point, you have to go to column 5.
5.
Large 6. So now we have to go back, and in the medium formula, we just change the 4 to 5. So it's not super efficient. It's just a bit quicker than the other way. And if we go to large, we change it to a 6, the 4 to a 6. And extra large, change the 4 to a 7.
Mine's just coming up with NA.
When you change, what did you change? The number or the whole?
When I drag it across.
NA. And you put the dollar
No,
sign.
I didn't put the dollar sign.
Yeah. So $1 before the B and after the B, and then drag across.
Yeah, okay. And then I change B4 to B5.
No, not B4. The before the false. Yeah.
That's 5, 6, and 7. I think that worked.
Yeah, worked.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Great. Okay, now we're going to do the same. We're going to highlight high point, the 15, 22, 44, 33, and this time we're going to drag them down to Bourke Street in Melbourne. So we end up with the same numbers. And let's go to Chadstone first, this one, the 15. And we need to find the small units, what column the small units for Chadstone is in. And this time we see it's column 8. So it's 8, 9, 10, 11. So we go back to small and change the 4 to 8. The medium to 9. Six becomes 10, and the 7 becomes 11. Is this making sense, or is it too late in the semester? So the point of doing it this way is what I'm hoping to get across is that once you've got the formula set up and you want to pull different information out, the only thing you have to change is this number, because the rest is the same. So when it comes to Westfield Doncaster and the small units, let's go back to data. Let's look for Westfield small units. There it is in the green, and that's column 12. So 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. No, 15, 12. So Westfield, get rid of the 4, turn it to 12. Medium, get rid of the 5, turn it to 13. 6 becomes 14. and the 7 becomes 15. And lucky last, Burke Street, same thing again, and this time it's Burke Street starts at column 16. So 4 becomes 16, 5 becomes 17, 6 becomes 18, and 7 becomes 19. Okay, so now we've got a nice little table which gives us the stock numbers in different ratios, size ratios in different stores, all in one table. Total garment size for smalls is just a sum equals sum, open bracket, and highlight C7 to C10. And we can drag this one across once we press enter. So we got 56 smalls, and I can just drag it all the way across there. Same for total number of garments by store equals sum. You can use the auto sum if you want, but I'll just do it manually. Equals sum, open bracket, highlight 15, 22, 44, 33. C7 to F7, press enter, and then just drag it all the way down. So it's 114 units in High Point. Chadstone stocks 108. Westfield doesn't have many. In Doncaster, only 67. Okay, now we've got our instruction next. If, so that was the first one, question 1. Question 2, if total numbers of garments by store is below 120 units, reorder stock, otherwise do not order stock, should be displayed. So the how you know this is an if function usually is by the first word in the question. It'll kind of say if in there, but let's do it. Let's do this one here. So the instruction is equals, equals if, open bracket. The test is, and we read the question again, if total number of garments by store, if, and that's the 114, if that value is less than 120, comma, and it says reorder stock, reorder stock, close talking marks, comma. Otherwise, if it's false, if it's not less than 120, then it's do not order stock. Do not order stock. Stretch this out so you can see it with a C. So try that and see if it works. So because we've got 114 garments, it should come up saying reorder stock. Okay, and I'm going to change it to 300 just to see what happens. And it says do not order stock. So I know it's working. Go back and you can just drag that one down. Oops, don't need the end one. Sorry. Oh, get out of the way. You don't need it in that cell because that's the totals cell. So you can, hopefully you can start to see that, you know, if I change this value and we look at a range of garments as a buyer and allocator, you can pick up the high-low floaty dress, bang, gives us the supplier, gives us the stock, and also tells us whether we have to reorder or not reorder it. Okay, question 3. Use this function to determine the markup instruction cell H14. If markup is greater than 200%, then maintain retail price, otherwise increase retail price. Okay, what's the markup? Oh, we have to do some costs. Wholesale price. What's the wholesale price? Let's go looking. There it is. There's the wholesale price there. It's in column 20. So we're going to do the same formula. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy the formula. I'm going to get the high point formula, copy it, and I'm going to paste it in there. You see the 15 appears? So I'll do it again because I don't think we've copied and pasted formulas yet. Click on the cell once. Don't click in the cell like that. Just click the cell once so it's highlighted the whole cell. Then right click, copy or Control C. Highlight the cell where to go, and then normal paste, not 1, 2, 3, just normal paste. And because we locked everything before we dragged it, it automatically puts it down here. And I've forgotten what column it was, number 20. So I'm going to change that to 20. And guess what I get? My wholesale cost. Let's make these into dollars. Format cells, currencies. Yeah. Where's my dollar sign? There we go. And retail price was 21. I think it was it? Yep. There's the retail price there. So change 20 to 21. Again, let me know if I'm going too fast because I don't know if you're following me or not with this stuff. I'm dragging. But don't be shy, yeah? To tell me to repeat something. Now, gross profit. How do we work out our gross profit? Equals, there's the formulas. Retail price minus cost price divided by retail price. So, in brackets, retail price minus cost price. Yeah, I'm just following the formula that's down here. Divided by retail price. And you don't need the times 100 because Excel will do it when we format the cell. So we're going to buy it for $14. We're going to retail it for $63, which means we have a gross profit of 78%. Not bad. The markup then.
Why did I not get that? Why did I get something weird?
What did you get? Have you got 14
I got
and
62 in front of 78.
What did you get? 62?
It's 62, 78%. It's like all in one, 6, 2, 7, 8%.
Really?
Yeah.
6 to 7, 8%. Did you put brackets around the E14 and D14?
No, I didn't close the bracket in front of. Close that. There we go.
Beautiful.
Sorry.
So, no worries. No, great. It's good. I like questions. Markup. Let's do the markup. Again, let's follow the formula. Equals. Markup is retail price. Oh, sorry, open bracket. Retail price. And it says minus cost price. Close brackets. Then it says divide. So it's the same as the other one, except for this time you do the markup based on the cost price, not the retail price. and we get 350% markup. Yeah, that's right, 3.5 times. 14 times 3. Good markup. Average for the industry. Okay, so we're almost there. Markup instruction, these questions. Once again, this is like what the final test question is going to be. It's got lots of things on one sheet that you have to do. Question 3, use an if function to determine the markup based on the instructions. Okay, let's go. Equals. These cells are so small. Equals if, open bracket, if the markup is greater than 200%, so if the markup, which is the 350%, is greater than 200%, so that's the test, what we call the test, comma, then maintain retail price. So in talking marks, maintain retail price, comma, otherwise increase. I'll stretch this out in the tick so you can see it, increase retail price. There we go, that's better. If G14 is greater than 200%, comma, that's the test, what Excel's looking for. The answer then is to display maintain retail price, but if it's not more than 200%, then increase retail price. So as a buyer, you start to set these limits to say, well, we're not going to sell the garment unless we make more than 200% markup on it. And then Excel will tell us whether we have it right or not. And it is, and I'm just going to change the markup to 1%, and it says increase the retail price, otherwise we're not making enough profit from that. So if I zoom out at my wonderful little table, again, just to sum up, as a buyer, I'll go through my garments. I want to see how the zip stripe skirt is going. Click on that. It shows me stock levels in all the different stores based on the sizes. It tells me not that I need to reorder stock for Westfield. And it's also telling me down here to increase the retail price because we're not making enough profit on this zip stripe skirt. So you can start to sort of monitor your garments, what they're moving. And so what you would do, if I increase the retail price to say, you do it on the other sheet, $48, let's make it $80. And we get a nice markup and maintain retail price. I'll leave that one for now. I think that was it. Was there another one? No, that was it. Right. How do you feel about if functions? Bit confusing?
A bit confusing, but they're good.
Okay, good. Thank you. Good answer.
A lot of info.
It's a lot of info. Remember, this is just the first one. We thought we'd do it before the break. And when we come back after the break, we kind of do it again. And you'll remember a little bit of this. You probably forget half of it, 3/4 of it. That's all right. That's normal. And we do it over and over. And we do this. We do VLOOKUPs. And it doesn't get harder than this. This is pretty much it. VLOOKUPs and if functions are the two main formulas for this semester that we do.
Ben,
So, yeah.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Sorry. What's
Nope.
the difference between the if function and then sum ifs and average ifs function?
So an if function will work. Basically, has the two components. It's sorry, what am I doing? The wrong ones. You've got reorder stock or don't order stock. They're the two possible scenarios. If you do an average if, all you're doing is saying, I want you to average these numbers, find the average, like if you did, equals average, open bracket, and then highlight them. 66.4. If you do average if, you're saying average those numbers, but only if they're above 50.
Oh,
So
okay.
then it just excludes 42 and 24 and then picks up the other ones.
Mhm.
And sum if is the same thing. Add up the numbers, but only if they're above 70 or whatever.
Okay.
So it's another sort of condition like that on there.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was just a bit confused, but thank you.
Yeah, we do. I can't remember if we do them this semester or not. Average if. I don't think we do.
Uni.
Do them yet. Yeah. But hopefully you can see what's more important than the formulas is you can see it for a buyer and allocator, how it works, how you use them to track what's going on in different stores and sizes and stuff like that. Okay. So we are on the 24th of August, 31st is holidays, and we're back on the 7th of September is when I'll see you next. So I hope you have a good break. Relax if you can.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you. And catch you then.
I already have a question about the quiz.
Really? Why? What is it? What is it?
Like,
Don't tell me.
first question, I'm just confused. Me and numbers just, I don't get it.
Well, I tell you what, I have. I opened, but I didn't look at it, so it might be me and not you.
Oh, it's definitely
Task
me.
one. Oh, yeah, you never know. Task 2.1. What is the discount on raw cost? Oh, this is that bloody thing. In cell E35, if the percentage is changed to 15% in D35, what is it? If so,
In
where is it?
2.1, task 2.1.
Yeah, let me get rid of these. So I just want you to change the percentage in where is it? What was it?
What is the discount on
The-
raw cost
In cell E35. Let's go to E35, which is this one.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that value? So at the moment it's 40 cents, but if we change in E35 to 15%, so if we change this 10% to 15, watch what happens to the 40 cents.
Yeah, but then when you go here onto the quiz, is it?
It's not there.
Yeah.
Right. That's a good question. That
Because
means I
that's what
did
I was
something.
confused about. I was like, I'm either doing it wrong or
So
it's not there.
that's why it's not you. Don't worry. I bet you it's me with this stupid thing. What did I do wrong here? Well, let's have a look at the second question because then I'll know if it's me that did something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, they're all from question 2.
Yeah.
What is a new raw cost in E36 if the discount is changed to 20%? Discount is changed to 20%.
So then when I change that to 20%, my raw cost is $1.84.
$1.84. Right. Okay. It's looking good.
Looking good.
Looking good. Now, what have we done? Hang on. Let's go to here. This is coming off there too. It's a variable. percentage is given B30. Yeah, that raw cost is E20 plus. Yeah, that's correct. Wholesale 395 is correct. That's discounted 20% on the whole price is right. Oh, calculate discount if full cost is more than $2.
Calculate the cost of the cost more than $2.
Oh, shit, that's an if function. Yeah. Although it would still work. Okay, what this one should be. Okay, equals if. Oops.
So the equals if
If the raw cost, if E33 is greater than $2,
is greater than
comma,
2.
then the discount, if that's true, then it's 20% times that. Otherwise, it's nothing. Let me just see if this works.
It's the same though.
Yeah, it will be the same at the moment. Yeah, it is, except for if we go back to that original question, it's changed to 15%. Oh no. If that's changed to 15%, 59 cents, no, it's the same. The new raw is changed to 20%. The new raw cost, $1.84. No, there's something else going on here. What about 3? Third time lucky. What is the approximate gross profit margin? It shouldn't work if the discount is 20%. 53.5.
It's 53.54.
No. That's right. That's right. These are all right. Yeah, they're just straightforward. Price per pair, 1 per. Oh, I know. Consumption 1 per pair is correct. %15 of the fixed and variable. Fixed allocation. No, look, I don't know why. That's right. That's right. D32 is the cost plus the raw cost. Yeah. Yeah. Price of the socks plus the overheads is 263. The wholesale cost is a given. I reckon this is an issue because it's a given. I bet you there's something wrong with that. Because the discount's right. Either way was right. New raw cost is the old raw cost minus the yeah. 263 is the old raw cost minus the discount, gross profit. Sorry, I'm taking up your time, but
no.
It was E17. Gross profit. I don't know what's wrong. That's the only thing I can think of. This number is out. I'm going to have to, anyway, for this one, if we just do 2.10, I mean, I can play around, but if you put in those values, geez, I'm going to have to fix it though. Let's change to 15%, 0.39. If that's 15%, sorry,
No, that's all right.
39. So if that was $3.50, is it? Not what I do. Just curious to see if that was 360. It answers the first question, but
Mm.
what is the new raw cost in E36 if the discount is changed to 20%? $2.11. That's not one of them, is it? Oh yeah, it is.
211.
Well, it's 210. So, but if I could,
It's
I could not.
210.
Yeah, but if the wholesale was 259, it would still fit both answers, I think. Is that right?
The first one's 393. And then,
Which one's 393?
well, the first question, the answer was 393, I think.
If it's changed to 15%. So if I
If it's
change it to
changed.
15, yeah, the discount is
Yeah.
393,
Mm.
38.
That is right.
No, look,
Is the percentage still off with question 3?
it's still off, is it? If the gross percent is 20%. Oh yeah, off by mine. Oh, hang on.
Mm.
No. Yeah, no, there's something else. Look, leave them for now. I'm going to have to, and I'll find out whether it's me. You know, the thing, my gut feeling is it's something to do with these fixed and variable costs, because I don't do it this way, so I'm not sure
Mm.
because all of these costs are variable.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to do that to get to 21 cents, $2.10, but then the fixed costs should not be a percentage of the variable costs. But that I've got to check with Armin, because the other teacher, he did it. So maybe he does it slightly different.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of. The wholesale cost, or it's something else in here.
Yeah.
So sorry to confuse you.
No, that's right. I think it's just the first 3 questions anyway that asked
Well,
about it.
which is about half of the test.
Which is, yes, half of the test, but
The test, yes. Sorry.
I'll answer the
yeah,
other.
so put in those 3,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'll see, and then I'll fix it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Thanks, Ben. Sorry about that.
No. Thanks for letting me know. God, I'm glad you did. Great. Sorry,
right.
my mistake.
No, all
Okay.
good.
Have
All
a
right.
great
Thank
break
you. Have a
anyway.
good day.
Okay,
You too.
thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.